Welcome to Outlaws Unleashed. My name is Kent. Grandma is here. Hello, Grandma.
Hello.
Hello. Grandma, what's happening in Ukraine now?
Yeah, there's a new peace plan again. And the last thing I heard now is that Zelensky is sitting in a phone meeting with European leaders, which they don't want to end the war, you know. They want to, yeah, they want to fight till the last Ukrainian.
They are so very kind, Grandma.
Yeah, yes.
But it seems like it's been Trump with his special envoy, Witkov, that's been drawing up a deal. And
Yes.
from my understanding, listening to experts like Larry Johnson and Pepe Escobar and journalists like this, it's dead in the water before before being written,
Yeah.
practically, because it doesn't really answer the Russians' stance, does it?
No, but it may be a strategy, I have been thinking, because um, this if we speak about the art of the deal, which is Trump's domain, um, it can seem like he's going out very high to, yeah, with the hope of reaching a deal somewhere in the middle. But part of the deal is that Ukraine have to give up Donbass and Luhansk, where actually the people was voting more than 90% they want to be Russian. And there's some other things on the table.
Yeah, but when you see this, I think the Russians are sick of it. I don't think they say it, but they are tired. They're going to fight this war on the battlefield, is my best guess. I hope it wasn't so, but I believe it is. I think the Russians will take what they will take. I think there will be a final stance in Odessa, and I think everything that happens before this is just a cruel word is noise for this trend.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do they really believe, Grandma, that this deal is something that will go through?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Mm. I think he's going high out in hope to make a deal somewhere in the middle. This is what I think. And
But why in general, why should winning side compromise? You see the Ukrainian soldiers, men and women, they are fighting a heroic battle for their cause. It's been what it is, and the Russians are doing the same. But the Russians have more resources, and they will make it happen for them, regardless
yes, they
of what
will.
we think about it. But
Yeah.
we, as a continent, as Europe, we have begun meddling even more in this. We are talking about, at least some are talking about that we are in war with the Russians. And if you look at the population across Europe, we don't want this.
No.
It's
And the
our,
Ukrainian people don't want it either.
yeah, it's
The last poll was down to 38% who wanted to continue the war in Ukraine also. And of course, Ukraine is destroyed. They lost more than a million men.
I heard the last number I heard, Grandma, that it's 19 million people left in Ukraine.
Yeah. Imagine how many fathers and sons and brothers who are dead. Imagine this country. There's not one citizen in Ukraine who is not deeply affected by this, who is traumatized. And
It's horrible. And
yeah,
on the other side, if their brother or father is sent to war, you hear about countless examples of the girls being sent off to prostitution and worse things. And people are fleeing, of course, some,
mhm,
and starting maybe new lives.
yeah,
It must come to an end, this.
yes.
I don't think the
And,
Ukrainian people or the Russian people want this.
and the aftermath also will be dreadful, you know. You know this saying, in war and love, everything is permitted, yes? So what war also is doing, besides all the devastation and the killing and the blood and the suffering, is that the morale will go down very, very much. And that's, I'm thinking that's only natural, because what is the point of having any morale or religion or mm, politeness or helping your fellow man? Or what is the point with all these social codes when everything is destroyed? There's no point anymore, no?
It's
I,
insanity. You see what's being left of Ukraine when all is said and done, and the bill is getting paid. All of the manufacturing, all of the resources is pretty much in the Donbas area and around this, and they have lost it already.
mm,
What's being left is a state, a rump state, which doesn't have much to make a living, say like this. So how can this state be a success after the war? But we don't care in the West. We fight
no?
the last Ukrainian.
Mm, yes. This they are saying still. And the Europeans was and the Biden administration, they was pushing them into a war, promising that they will have their back and stuff, and they didn't. They knew that Ukraine would be destroyed. They knew it from the beginning. So
At least we know that they don't care what would happen. But
yeah,
I actually believe that they believe that they would beat the Russians.
yeah, some of this,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's complete insanity.
yes,
Russians don't have a habit of losing wars.
no, they never did,
Yeah. So,
never.
but they don't care.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
sacrifice some Ukrainians and mercenaries and like this. They don't care about human life.
no. And uh, the politicians, they don't even know history anymore. They don't know this. And when Hitler was attacking Russia during World War II, everyone said it was the most stupid thing he could ever do, and that was the beginning of the end of the Nazi regime to go towards Russia. They knew this.
I believe we would be speaking German if he didn't do that.
Yes, 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 yes. We would. And at that time, um, Russia was also then the enemy, because all the Western countries was speaking about the red danger, they called it. It was well known, and it's also said that Hitler was thinking that he was allied with England and France and rest of Europe, taking down Russia. And it's said that he got very angry when they didn't want to go to take down Russia. But you saw what happened then also. Russia is not going to be beaten. It's not only the biggest country in the world, it's also, yeah, only China have more soldiers, I think, than Russia. No?
I think the most dangerous army in the world now is Russian.
Yeah. And they have they have the most sophisticated weapons. They have nuclear, by the way.
Yeah, and
Which,
non-nuclear also.
yes, non-nuclear also,
Yeah.
they are the most sophisticated. So I don't know what they are doing. And maybe,
And that's in general, it's a nation that just want to be left alone in general.
yes,
If you look at the nations across Europe, you see invading forces all the time, across borders, everything like this.
mm,
I would say, people would disagree, of course, but I would say that the Russians have pretty much held their own.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, I think that this war was something the West, you can say, with the Biden administration, and yeah, and all of them was starting to cover up the COVID scam. They needed the war to cover up this, and they still need it. And
But Grandma, it goes back to what we have been talking about before, isn't it? It's Agenda 2030. It's
yes,
it's depopulation in different kind of ways.
yes,
If it's war or if it's vaccines or if it's other things, it's depopulation. That's the goal. And they try anything to.
anything they are trying. Yes, they are, and uh, and what is the big problem with this? Of course, is that the media is on their side, the warlords' side.
Hmm.
They are not informing people. Zelensky, for example, he is not a good boy, like people think.
No,
He,
we can say again, follow the money.
yes,
Follow the money.
his program has nothing to do with democracy. He banned all the opposition media. He are persecuting Orthodox Christians, closing church, arresting priests.
History
It's
will
not a
write him as one
democracy
of the
in
worst
Ukraine.
leaders ever.
Yeah. And that's not to say that Putin is a good guy. He's not,
Oh, so
absolutely not.
we are not
No,
taking sides here. We are
no.
pushing facts.
Yeah,
And if we say we have opinions, we say that's an opinion. So
yeah, yeah. And uh, we are sitting here in Norway. And the Russian submarine fleet, which is nuclear, is their headquarters is only 20, 30 kilometers from our border, for
it is.
example. Yes. So,
And imagine that, Grandma. So they have their most important asset just a few kilometers from our border.
Yes.
And we are the nation talking about funding Ukraine. We are talking about guaranteeing for new debt that's going to, if they take the Russians' money and like this. But we are on the forefront with a country
Yeah.
of 5 million people
Yeah.
without any nuclear weapons.
Yeah. The reason for this, of course, is our oil money, which all these corrupt people will have their hands on. That's one reason, and another reason is the a long coastline and the border with Russia, of course.
Yeah, but you can argue that it's morally correct to help the Ukrainians. You can make an argument like this.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I would agree, but you can make an argument like this. But how can you put your nation at risk? How can our politicians and our leaders put
Yeah.
our nation at risk?
Yeah. That's a very good question. But they are like small children who don't think at consequences. As long as someone is patting them on the back and giving them kickbacks and stuff, they are happy. As long as they go to Europe and is coming some big people there and make them shine, that's the only thing they care about. They are not thinking consequences. Like like children, like young people who's not thinking consequences of what they do. All of us have been young and doing.
I expect better. If you are in a position of power, like you are, if you are in the Norwegian Storting or also in the government like this, you should consider what is best for your country and your people.
Yeah.
And they don't.
No,
And
that's
we
far
are
gone.
and we are giving this as an example because it's close to home. And you can give the same example for a lot of European countries. So
Yes.
it's in everybody's interest to stop the fighting.
Yeah. Yes. And to be sincere, the only politician, not the only one, but very few, it's Trump who's trying to make peace. Trump and Orban, Milei in Argentina, just a few of them.
I don't agree with you.
No, I know you don't. But
With Trump,
yeah.
yeah. If he wanted peace, he could just stop the money. And it would be
Yeah, many people say like this. If America is stopping the money and the aid to Ukraine, the war would stop. But are you sure about that? Because Putin, he still have his project, which he said when he was attacking Ukraine, he said his program was to denazify Ukraine. Yes,
it did.
it was a big part of it. So put yourself in Trump's shoes. If you have to be, if he is pulling all the aid, and that will leave Ukraine very vulnerable. Yes.
Yes.
Do you think Trump is trusting Putin that he will not continue his project?
It doesn't matter, Grandma. So if the best example here is Finland.
Yeah.
The Soviets pretty much took Finland and they conceded during the Second World War. And the Soviets, they controlled the Finns. It was not easy for the Finns, but it
No.
was manageable. The
You're
Soviets
speaking
after
about
the
when
war,
war?
after the
Yeah,
Second World War,
after or before in 1939?
after the Second World War.
Okay, yeah,
So that's a pretty much example of how I think it will happen. The Russians will do what they do, whatever we think. If you are funding it, it's just more people dying.
yeah,
If you stop the funding, more people will stop dying.
yes,
So the Europeans, we don't have any more money to give. We don't have any more gear to give. It's not a money issue. That's the thing, because they can print the money, but they don't have any gear to send to the Ukrainians now. So now they have to send the things that they don't want to send, the good stuff.
yeah,
So again, if Trump did what he said he was going to do, that was stop the war in 24 hours,
yeah.
that would have
He
been
said so.
something.
Yeah, yes. But the main
I think
thing,
Grandma, I think he's a player like everybody else. I don't trust him. I
you trust nobody.
yeah.
No. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't know. Are there any good guys anywhere?
No,
No,
no.
no, no.
Saving your soul is the only important thing, Grandma.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure if you can come any longer today. So
No.
urge the
But
people to look
at
up.
least we agree. At least we agree. Uh, that neither Putin nor Zelensky is good guys. So
Hmm. Urge the people
I-
to look up the phrase "follow the money." I urge them to look up the City of London.
yeah,
Look at the Bank of International Settlements. They can look up at that also. It's very interesting.
yeah. Hmm.
This is Outlaws Unleashed. Thank you guys for listening. Goodbye for now.
Bye bye.